All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. We're gonna talk about. I guess this is a report extra. I guess from what happened this morning in the report. I don't even know what the report was. Let me actually go to the report. Okay, it was report 395. Okay, so this is report extras for 395. But the title is gonna be, Trump confiscating funds. Okay, or something like that, confiscating billions. Okay, and so let's get into it. Donald Trump has confiscated Iraqi politicians' funds in the billions. Okay, so let's read this and see what it's talking about here, and then we're gonna also talk about why didn't Obama do this. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's go. U.S. President Donald Trump said hours before the money, Iraqi I don't know what that means. Hours before the money. I don't know what that must be a translation issue. Hours before the money Iraqi politicians deposited in U.S. banks are the property of the American people and the tax and blood of American soldiers who have exhausted in Iraq. Okay, the numbers of the robbers also published in the Treasury, the American site. Wow. So not only is he saying that the Iraqi politicians who stored money in offshore accounts in America, it is now that money is the property of the American people and the tax of the blood of the American soldiers who had exhausted in Iraq. Wow. You want to talk about some pissed off people right now? After hearing that their money that they put in offshore accounts are frozen and are confiscated? Oh my goodness gracious! You want to talk about taking evil down? Oh, they gonna put it. You best believe they're gonna try to come together and say we got to take this man out immediately. Okay, because wow, can you imagine evil people as they are, with money in offshore accounts as their country suffers and goes through, and their people rot to death and starve to death, and they got billions of dollars in offshore accounts just robbing their country blind. And now Donald Trump is saying that money has been confiscated and frozen, and you'll never. And he's gonna use it for the American people and the taxes, and the taxpayers and the blood and sweat of the American soldiers. Oh my goodness gracious! If you didn't hate them, if they didn't hate America back then, yesterday, they definitely hate America now. Oh my goodness gracious! And here's the thing: why didn't Obama do this? Why didn't Obama do? Oh yeah, I forgot. Obama is a Sunni Muslim. I keep forgetting, right? And the reason why Obama didn't do this is because Obama was getting seeing the benefits of not doing this. He was. I'm pretty sure Obama was getting paid for allowing these evil people to have their money in offshore accounts and money and their money in American accounts as well. And Obama was getting some maybe some commissions off of it. And because remember, Obama came into office broke and he left rich. And he didn't. And a lot of black people and a lot of colored people, they got poor under Obama. But he left rich, so he got money from somewhere. He was a president, so he couldn't have got money. He didn't get that much money as being a president. Okay, so he got rich because of stuff like this offshore account stuff, and he was getting benefits of it, and that's why he didn't give us the revaluation. This is why he didn't put his finger, into Iraq like he should have done to make them come back into the international world. He just kept delaying it and delaying. Oh, that and when he turned his back on the body back a couple of years ago, it was all for show, as we all know, because he allowed the body to then take another year, right? And then another like it wouldn't stop. Like they were just saying, okay, you haven't got it done yet. Okay, whatever, right? Because they were all making money. Now they can't. Now they can't make any money. Okay. Now their money is frozen, and I will be surprised if Trump doesn't freeze Obama's money too, because his money is corrupt as well. But we'll see if that happens or not. But let's go down the list here and let's see who these people are. Nuri al-Maliki. I mean, my goodness gracious, the most evil person in the Middle East is number one with $66 billion in offshore accounts. At least I know that he has more than that. He got money in Switzerland, I think Sweden, Indonesia, I think, or no, is it Indonesia or no? What's that? Singapore, excuse me, Singapore, Dubai. I'm pretty sure he has been. I mean, he has like 300 billion in offshore accounts all around the world. Where did he get that money from? He stole it from the country. That's where he got the money from. All these people stole the money out of the country. That's embarrassing, right? And now the whole entire world can see the names of the people who have stolen money from their country. That's embarrassing. They should be hung. They should be taken and put in front of the world, and especially in front of the Middle East, and they should be done their justice, right, in front of the people, because they have destroyed communities, they have destroyed countries, they have destroyed generations of people and bloodlines because of the stealing of their money. So many people have died because of these people have stolen so much money, and people couldn't eat. People couldn't. I mean, money that was supposed to be other people. So many people's money is right here, right in these offshore accounts, and some of it's in American property, in American banks. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable how much money is in this. I mean, let's go down the list here. Asadi, 25 billion. You got Mutlak, we know him, 28 billion. We got what's this guy? Burke Al Zabadi, 30 billion. Abaha Al Araji, 37 billion. I know him. Mohammed Dararji, 19 billion. Zaberi, 21 billion. We all know him. Barzani, oh my goodness, you know what I mean? The president of the Kurds, we know him. 59 billion. Wow. Jabari, we know him. The Speaker of the House of Iraq, 15 billion. Dulami, 18 billion. Araji, 16 billion. Uh, Abdul Ahmadi. I wonder why he got ousted out of his position as the what was he, interior minister or something like that. A couple years, no, he was the oil minister. I think that was the oil minister. 31 billion. I guess that's where all the oil money went. Osama Najafi, 28 billion. We know him. Oh, look, it's Abadi. It's the Prime Minister of Iraq, Adir al-Abadi, 17 billion. Interesting. And I remember he was a finance minister, and now he's a not so, and now he's the prime minister. And oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. But remember, Abadi already told us when he came into prime minister, he said we need to fix this because we're all corrupt. And that's all we know is corruption. That's all we've known forever in this country since going back to Muhammad. All they know is to be corrupt. They don't know nothing else. So is it because of their bloodline? Is it because of the way they were taught? I mean, and the fact that they have, gotten the corruption, to a point where it is today is a miracle. And of course, that took help from the IMF, the World Bank, and United Nations, and our troops coming back in heavy numbers for them to start to say, look, we have to do something now because or they're going to take over our country, right? So we already know Donald Trump has already warned them that if they don't do something now, and if they don't come back into the international world, he will take their oil and he will take over their government. This is a clear sign that he's not playing around. He just froze all of their money, okay, in offshore in American banks. Yikes, that is huge. Okay, let's now. I don't know if this is going to be permanent or if he's doing it until they return to the international stage and then he will release it, or he'll release some and not all of it, or he's going to give it to the or it's going to belong to American property, and they stole this money through the auctions, and they can no longer have this money, and it's going to now become Americans' money, and Donald Trump will now be able to use that money to build the wall, to create jobs, to fix infrastructure, airports in America, and to do other things with that money. Okay, and maybe even reparations for black people, or whatever the case may be. I don't know, whatever he wants to do with the money, because it's a lot of money, and he can definitely do a lot with it to help the American people, and maybe we'll see what Donald Trump does with the money. On the key words, so Alak, looks like Alak had 19 billion. Um, let's see here. Najam 7 billion. 2 billion leftists. I don't know what that is. Hassan Anbari 7 billion. Jali Talabani's 35 billion. We know him, Talabani. Rafi Al Susawi 29 billion. Okay, so I mean, you guys can see, add those numbers up, man. That's a lot of money. That's clearly over 300 billion easily, right? So I mean, two people alone have 66 and 59. So that's you know what I mean. So yeah, wow, interesting, right? And so Donald Trump's not playing around. Okay, so let's go here, and I did post this on Twitter earlier. An American contractor did respond back. Let me see. I said, I wonder if Donald Trump's 30 days to design a plan to destroy Daesh gave Iraq an excuse to delay West Mosul for 30 days to continue to steal. That's a good question. A lot of you guys, or one person that tweeted, 7 people liked it. An American contractor come back and says that delay is planning. West Mosul is narrow streets plus increased Iraq forces in Mosul. Okay, now we already went over the map, and you guys already know that the back end of Western Mosul is basically looks like Eastern Mosul, but right at the right connectors where it's gonna be the toughest. Of course, public. I'm saying this publicly, right? Nothing privately. We already know what's going on privately, but publicly, the toughest part of Western Mosul and how we're gonna be able to defeat it. I told you guys that it's gonna be the right connector is gonna be the toughest part. Okay, the back end, the western part of West Mosul is going to be easy. The south will be easy. The north will be okay, and then the right connector will be the toughest because it has refineries and all the stuff in that area, and things are very congested in that area. So that will be the toughest area. So yeah. Just like American contractor just confirmed it a little bit there. Some more. Okay, so let's go over here before I run out of time. And this is just stuff that we went over already earlier today in the other report about talking about how Daesh is basically annihilated militarily wise in his interview. And then he also was talking about al-Baghdadi and his presence in Syria and some things of that nature, and we don't know. We don't know just yet. We got to keep watching on that. Governor of the Central Bank reviews most important challenges in the economic reforms. The federal budget covers all the needs of all the sectors, and we know that when they launch the federal budget, we'll see all the sectors explode, and we'll also not just see all the sectors explode. We'll see all the projects that have been waiting forever explode. We'll also see all the other budgets open up as well for the first time ever. Okay, and then also Barzani applauds the private sector's role in developing the Kurdistan region, not just the Kurdistan region, but all of Iraq. Right, the private sector has come along the last 3 years and really and definitely has made a booming impact in the last 8 months. Since July, it's just the private sector has boomed Iraq. Okay, and they have made the banks internationally. They're in international standards and all that, and they got the e-dinars coming. They got a whole bunch of stuff electronically coming, and the digital world, the digital currency stuff is coming as well in March. So we know that. Okay. And last but not least, it says that why cities will soon choose digital currency over fiat money. And we already know, I talked about that yesterday in the video, telling you that about the eyes of deception and how fiat money is just paper with printed stuff on it. And people are going to realize soon that it's worth nothing, and they're going to let it go. And people are going to come into digital money. And they're also going to come into silver and gold. Okay. And Bitcoin is going to be something that people are going to run to as well. And they're running to it now. And that's why the price is just skyrocketing. It's one Bitcoin is 1,050. And I told you guys before, I think Bitcoin is going to 3,000 plus, and then it's going to eventually go to 10,000 plus. So that's the future. Hope you guys enjoy the report extra, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Eyes open. I'm out. Shalom.